That's right. Here we are. It is Drinks with Dee Dee.
Oh, and John.
And John. And forgive us, we're not in our usual place this time. We're never really in a usual place. We do this from... There's terribly bad luck. AP.
You mean
Generally.
RB?
Girls of Paris. And Pete Rose.
Oh, yeah, Pete Rose.
We love you, Pete. So, I ordered this huge side. You can't believe how big the Drinks with Dee Dee
And John.
side is. And I had it put right there. That's it. That's the sign. The Drinks with Dee Dee and John sign is back there. It's actually like 2 sheets of plywood, but it's too far away. The best intentions, but it just didn't work out. So anyway, this is our on the sport.
Third.
Oh no, God no. It's 5th or 6th.
Oh, God, yeah, the LA. Forgot about LA. I try to forget about LA. No, it's okay. Sorry, Tony and the Tiger. It's produced out of Los Angeles, but we're in Indiana, and now we're in Madison, Indiana, and this is our backyard. And that's Kentucky over there. We live in Kentuckiana and love it. So we're trying to... What? It's
I think it should be Indiucky.
Oh, no. Indiucky?
Indiucky. That's what I'm going to have it on the Earls of Perry.
Well, they
If
probably
somebody's going to say Indiucky. And when we do the Earls of Perry, I'm going to have, what do they call them? A hairdresser. And I'm going to have somebody do something. No, I mean, it's okay if it's disheveled, but I've said this before, but, I really am starting to, somebody was shocked to see Nick Nolte jogging this morning.
It's National Hair Day. Now, you all won't see it on National Hair Day, but today...
Oh, come on, it can't be national.
It is, and I put in different styles of your hair. Everyone loves it. Your hair is the topic of conversation every day.
Yeah, start
every day,
what?
Something.
Every day, yeah.
I love your curls. It's crazy. It's pretty. You need a haircut. I mean, it's one of those. But
I need a haircut.
No,
I need all my hair's cut.
No, look how nice.
I am trimming the beard, though. I'm trimming the beard. By the way, we are doing this on the back porch in Indiana, so you're going to see some things that normally, like the f-stop is going to change like it just did. It's going to get dark and light, and this is, I'll do the best I can to match the shots.
No, this is outside. It's an enclosed porch, and so you will hear motorcycles and, the trash guy comes back or birds or whatever, so it'll be fun. And if it starts raining, you'll definitely hear that as well, or thunder and lightning. But we are having a ball. We love Indiana. We love Madison. And we're just...
what did Charles Carroll call this place?
Oh, yes. It's the Princess of the Ohio, where Cincinnati is called the Queen of the Ohio because it's the Queen City. So he named Madison the Princess because it's so beautiful. So that's...
It is beautiful. It's got 133 contiguous blocks of... I kept saying 1870, but it can't be. It's got to be 1890 or so. Don't touch the table.
If I touch the table,
touch the table. It's like
an
earthquake. Oh, help!
It's like an earthquake. Oh.
Okay.
But yeah, 133 blocks of contiguous historic landmark, and there's nothing like it in the country. It's beautiful. So we'd love for you to come and visit.
And you know what that means? That means a lot of other places. What they did is there were beautiful old towns, but then a building got into a state of disrepair, and they tore it down, and they put up some little, kind of boxy, non-great looking stuff.
Terrible.
So they didn't do that here. They repaired the building and said, what are we drinking, by the way?
Oh, we're drinking Woodford Reserve bourbon, that's made in Kentucky. Now,
right across the river.
This is made in Kentucky, and you can allegedly...
The distillers.
Wait. Yes, it's quite good. Remember who gave us that? Our friends at Mad Love.
I do. Mad Love is a wonderful restaurant right down the street.
We go to all the time. They're such good friends of ours, Jeff and Kim. And we had no liquor in our place because we just got back after being gone. My gosh.
Jeff and I went to the dump. It's a friend. A friend will take you to long use truck and take you to the dump.
And the next day they went to the dump.
That's right. Had a whole bunch of stuff. We need to do some more dump roads. We used to call them the dump runs. You know how great it is? We got home last night in the motorhome, drove down that. You can't really tell, but at night you can see that's a very steep grade over there.
Yes. Yeah, that's a hill. It literally is like, see my hand? It's like the hill goes down like that.
Yeah. So we got back last night. We walked up from the motorhome. It's about 5 blocks away. contiguous blocks of yeah. But and I had my beanie cap because it was a little chillier last night. It really wasn't cold enough.
It's a toboggan hat.
A toboggan hat?
Mm-hmm. Haven't you ever heard that?
No.
Really?
What's a toboggan hat?
It's a toboggan hat.
How many people even know what a toboggan is? It's old running, right? A toboggan, the Jamaican bob. No, that's a bobsled. What's the difference? Okay.
But there was a Canadian that said, oh, John had a toboggan and he thought it was a sled and put a picture up on the sled. But we call it a toboggan around here. I don't know why. The Canadians...
Toboggan, you're noggin. What was I saying?
Oh, that you lost your toboggan hat.
No, I didn't give it up part. I was wearing it, and we ran into the mayor. We ran into Mayor Bob and his lovely bride because we were walking to a restaurant that wasn't open. Because the tour director...
I know, but online it says that old chop house...
You can't trust everything.
I know, you can't trust
like
anything
the point.
I know that. Yeah, well,
Unless, of course, they're in your favor, then you should trust them.
yes.
If what was I saying? So I had my toboggan hat.
And you had it on.
I had it on, and I put it because I felt, I felt a little thuggish. I felt like I was in what was a movie I did? Ministry? No, it was Argentina. La Huerta Blanca, the fine white line.
You were wearing a toboggan hat.
Cocaine Wars, it was called. Cocaine Wars. I was DEA, undercover DEA. Anyway.
You were wearing a toboggan hat in Argentina? Don't cry for me, Argentina.
I think she was there then.
The truth is, I never know.
Just let me know when I can speak.
Good.
I mean it? Okay, so I had my hat, and then I lost it, and I didn't realize I lost it. I took it off because I felt like I was a thug walking down the middle of the street. And the only people we ran into when we were doing that, was the mayor and his wife. We said hello. They were walking, and we went to the restaurant that was closed, and the mayor and his bride went on their merry way. And then later, this one gets a picture of my hat, my beanie cap, my toboggan
On the kitchen table.
on the mayor's kitchen table because
See?
he found it. Look, toboggan hat alert, toboggan hat alert. So the mayor found my toboggan hat, and thank you, Mayor Bob, for returning my toboggan hat. I've never called it a toboggan hat in my life.
But
One of the things we were going to talk about was the quiet and solitude of the slide down. And
Look that. How can...
that's somebody, they're probably first responders. That are people going to help people helping people. People. Anyway, we haven't even gotten to the first topic yet.
Well, it's always so much fun when we talk about whatever we like. We may never get to it. You never know. Because Madison is so exciting. And
Madison is very exciting. Much more structured than that.
I like doing the show out here. I mean, we could be in the fancy studio, but I kind of like being on our back porch. Do you all?
I just need a bigger sign back there. That's all. I need a bigger sign. Right?
We could probably dress it up a little bit. If you saw our makeshift situation, I mean, John is so good at that. Because there was some equipment, around, and he just put together a little studio.
Right. So we are sending this to Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger, rim shot!
Boom. In L.A.
In L.A. And he is making it fancy and nice. And, well, it's watchable right now.
I know, it's kind of, but I think you look like you're like in pea soup. My camera's good. I think I look pretty good. You're beautiful.
Because your camera is mine. No, that's the old one.
No, that's the old one. But for some reason, you look kind of in pea soup.
Can we please talk about Facebook and scammers and things? Please, folks.
First, let's talk about, if we may, the election. Because it's a big deal right now. We're in October.
Yeah, it's the biggest deal ever.
We're in October, and it's crazy, and I think it's going to get crazier. And you've
got to really take everything you hear with a pound of salt.
Around here, it's like a block of salt, because you can go to Tractor Supply, they do the blocks of salt, and it's called a salt lick for the deer. They put it in the backyard.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Because you said a pound of salt.
So you're bringing salt in the line. Oh my God, it's like 20 pounds. Okay, so we are in the throes of an election year, and now we are in the throes of almost an election month. When you see this, we're like 32 days, 31 days. Yeah, we're in it. So you've got to do your research, all right? If you are on the fence, I can't imagine anybody being on the fence. Of course, I can't imagine anybody voting for the other side. But that's just me. Come on, really? I'm going to go to the border for 20 minutes. You know, now that I'm the person who's trying to be president, I'm going to go to the border now. It's supposed to be my responsibility for the last 3.5 years, but I'm going to go now, and I'm going to give them 20 full minutes of my attention so I can fix it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix it by quoting all of my opponent's policies, the things that I know that he did that worked before that he'll do again. I'm going to claim that those are mine. Give me an ever-loving break. Who are you kidding? Please make me stop.
Okay, so don't just forget or don't just think about the presidential candidates. They're the VP candidates, and again, we
yes,
this.
that everybody down
It's not the day that we tape, but we're going to watch the J.D. Vance and Waltz. I don't even know his first name. Waltz from Minnesota.
Tim.
And
He's trying to be approachable.
And at the ball game,
While he's lying out his...
he gave the finger and he said, F you. When everybody goes, Trump, 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 he's like, F you, right?
Yeah, that's classy.
Yeah.
That's classy.
So that probably would not help you vote.
I did that when I was in high school. Okay? And I was actually in high school. I never coached a football team. And I never went to war. So there's a couple things that Tim and I have in common.
Well, J.D. Vance from Ohio, of course, he wrote Hillbilly Elegy, and that is from our area that we're doing, the Earls of Perry, because it's Breathitt County. You knew that, right? That it was that close, that his family was that close, and his mother was very poor. And we were there. We went to Jackson. We just did a scouting because we were going to do a concert, and of course, with the floods and everything, it was terrible. So we had to turn around.
We're going to Western North Carolina, and it was...
so sad.
The website it basically said, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. So, but we are rescheduling that concert. It's going to be a great, great, great time. And if we have to do the concert to help raise money for folks who need it, we'll do it for that.
Yeah.
But we will be back in that area with the Stars and Bars band as soon as it is, quote, John. That was the first, that was the timer. That was the first, holy mackerel, that was quick.
Hey, do we have...
What?
But don't we have an open and then we do the topics? Is that how we're doing it?
We did the open already.
I know that, but was that part of that?
No, that was the first topic. No.
Okay.
But you just ran ripshod. Great word. That's like a Louis L'Amour word. Ripshod. He run ripshod over my cattle.
That's a great word.
I don't even know what it means.
The J.D.
Works well in the sentence.
Family is from Breathitt County, so we yes.
Oh,
So
Bloody Breathitt.
Bloody Breathitt. My mom went to Breathitt High, and I was born in Perry.
In fact, I think the middle name, or not the middle name, the last name, because Breathitt is Breathitt with 2 T's. So our boss is going to be Breathitt in the show with 2 T's.
Right? He said,
yes, it's going to be currently Nathan Bedford Breathitt, or, and as I need to ask you this, Nathan Bedford Breathitt, NB Breathitt, or Nathan Breathitt. We have a winner. We have a winner. Is it noon? What is that?
I think that's noon.
Okay, this will just take a second. So, Nathan Bedford Breathitt, or Nathan Breathitt, or with 2 R's.
Maybe Bell.
Boarr.
Maybe Nathan Breathitt Bell. I think sounds pretty good.
But a bell always has 2 L's. What is it, 24 o'clock? What is it? What is that?
12. It'd be 12 bells.
That's more than 12 bells.
No, I think it's 12.
No, that's more than 12. So...
I love it. I think it's beautiful. Well, you know it's noon.
It's okay. So we should talk about the whole scammer thing, right?
Sure.
Scammer thing is important.
Who are you voting for? Just to be clear.
Who am I voting for? Just to be clear.
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody knows.
I think they do. I think they did. I'm going to turn up. Yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
See, it's over. It's well.
Thank you. It's like 37 o'clock is what it is. I'm voting for Trump, and I am voting. I'm voting all the way down. I'm voting Republican all the way down because We need to take care of our children in schools. We need to take care of our roads. We need to take care of our education. We need to take care of our health. We need to take care of so many things. As far as I can see, the more government you throw at something, the least effective it gets. The more people get paid for doing less, but the least effective the actual system is. So, as in the Dukes of Hazzard and all of that, I will fight the system. I'll fight the system. So I'm going to fight the system with my vote. I believe that people should be in charge of their own cities and towns and states. We elect people to represent us and to protect us, but they absolutely work for us. We don't work for them. And I do believe with all my heart and soul, everything I've seen from the Biden administration, from pretty much everybody in it, they all seem to think or act as if they think we are here for their benefit, not the other way around. They are servants of the people. It is a government by the people and for the people, not a people by the government and for the government. So come November, get to the ballot, get to the polls, do a paper ballot if you can. Make sure that your vote counts. If you have time, volunteer, be a poll watcher. Because, you know, there's some stuff going on out there. 21, I don't know, I've heard anywhere from 12 to 21 million illegals have come into our country in the last 3.5 years. Lately, the report just came out. There are 13,000+ convicted criminals, many convicted of rape, many convicted of murder in other countries who have been set free in our country under the guise of the Democrats who pretend they give a shit. Well, they do not. They don't. All they're doing is what did you say earlier? They're bundling.
Yes.
Bundling votes.
Yeah. What happens if you?
And by the way, if any of this, if my political opinions offend you in some way, I don't care. They're my opinions.
No, basically what happens is they bring the bodies in, meaning that they've got the names and the information, and you'll have one person bundle stacks and stacks and stacks of ballots, or of voter ID, you know, whenever they register, but they really don't register.
They don't register. So
it's terrible. It's terrible. And that's how they do it. Yes. Like they say, they go and they have them sign up, you know, Juan Valdez or whatever, and then they take it and they take the pile and it gets higher and higher and they just keep taking it to the courthouse. So they do this in the purple states where, there's always a sliver of people that the Republicans and the Democrats are fighting for. So you're obviously voting for Trump and the liberals are going to vote for Kamala. And we've got this sliver. So what they do is
I'm voting for us.
They send the illegals to the states where I'll make a difference. Like Ohio.
How to fix the phone.
Like Ohio. You know, like Ohio, Springfield, whenever they sent on the Haitians there. And that's crazy. I mean, that's a big topic of conversation because you're saying Trump's being, lying about them eating pets. I don't know if they are or not. I mean, Haitians say that they do it because that country's very poor. But bottom line is they're not Buckeyes. They're not Americans. They're not Buckeyes, and they shouldn't be voting. They shouldn't even be there, but they certainly should not be voting. And that's not being mean-spirited. That's just being American. That's being pro-American. I want Hoosiers to vote for Hoosiers. I don't want Haitians or people from Bangladesh or
I can't go to Haiti and vote. I can't go to Haiti and vote for a mayor or whatever in the world. And I'll just straight whatever they have there. I can't go to Paris. I can't go to France and vote. Why would anybody care what I thought about their government structure? Why? Why in the world? It makes no sense unless you are trying to get votes. Now,
it's bad. Yeah,
we want intelligent votes. We want educated votes. We want a lot of votes, obviously.
Look, I'm not even going to go that far. I'm for, if you're an American, I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how much money they should.
No, I don't mean educated people. I mean, if I'm running for something, pardon me, I want people who have done their research to find out what I'm about. I don't want just somebody to say, I love the Dukes of Hazzard, I'm going to vote for John. No, I want you to find out what I believe in, what I'm voting for.
The bottom line, they should be Americans.
Well, yes, but you should also do your research.
Agreed.
So find out what the people If you're a Democrat, find out what the Democrats in your area want to do. Find out if Tim Walz wants to put tampons in boys' bathrooms.
I don't understand that.
At school. Well, no, I mean,
I don't understand that. I swear, someone.
Well, he's pandering. He's pandering to a demographic that he hopes will vote for him.
I know, but what's the point? I'm telling you.
I don't know.
What's the point of putting tampons in a boy's bathroom? They can't use them. Why?
I don't understand. I don't
I
understand
missed something in that. I did.
Well, I miss the whole. I don't get the men and women's sports. Sure,
That's terrible.
I don't get it.
No,
I
it's not
just
fair.
don't get it.
But here's the thing.
A couple of Olympians almost got killed, and one of the volleyball players got paralyzed. This is not as they used to say, rocket surgery or brain surgery.
Here's the time when people who don't pay attention to politics start. Because we're about a month into it. It's the election month, and it's going to get really crazy. So people who usually don't pay attention are. And what I would say is I wouldn't look at the personality so much. I would look at what do they do? What do they stand for? Because a lot of people last term were offended.
And what have they done?
Right. And they were offended by Donald Trump's personality. Well, you don't have to have dinner with them, and you don't have to hang with them. But think about what he has done. I think it should be a meritocracy. I don't think it should be your personality or what you say. Or
No, it's not.
it needs to be
not a popularity
what job,
contest.
right? What job are you going to do? What are you going to protect us? See, to me, the federal government should be about protection. Look what happened with the floods and about FEMA and about, getting the aid to
Right.
these people. And they're really not. I mean, I'm just going to say, I think it's horrible. Because I think Biden said, well, I'll get down there later in the week. I don't want to be a distraction. Are you kidding me? You need to be a distraction.
As if you'd be a distraction.
These poor people need help, and they're not getting any help. I feel so sorry for these people.
I do. I feel terrible, and I do believe that Donald Trump, even if he weren't running for president, I think Donald Trump would be down there because he does care.
He's an action guy.
Of course, it is election month, so I'm not stupid. He's going down there because it looks good as well. But I think if he wasn't running, he would want to help. He'd do that. So again, this is one of the few times where we actually get to go back and look at what the two people who are running for arguably the highest, used to be the highest office in the world. And I think the current administration did everything they could to diminish the importance of that office. But it's easy to go back and don't just look and see what they said today. I do urge you, if you don't like Donald Trump, go watch a whole speech. Listen to a whole speech that he made this week. Just watch it.
Well,
But hold. You can go back and look at what happened when Donald Trump was president. You go back and look what he did before he became president. You can go back and look at what Kamala Harris did as vice president. You can go back and look at what she did as DA. You can go back and look at what Kamala Harris has done and has not done. You can go back and look and see what Donald Trump did and did not do that he said he would do. And I honestly can't think of anything that he said that he would do that he didn't at least publicly try like hell to do. I can't. But now, if I just watched MSNBC and I saw these little sound bites, I think he was an ogre. I think he was an ass. But listen to a whole speech. Please, listen to a whole speech. And then, if you can, listen to a whole speech of Kamala. Sorry, I was just wanting to hear what I needed to say next.
I'm trying to be fair, but I cannot listen to her. It was so... It's jolting how bad it is.
Fingernails on a blackboard. And that's just the sound of her voice, not what she has to say.
And
Which is not what she's saying.
I don't even understand what she's saying. And don't you think John said this? He thought she had an earpiece because she did pretty well in the debate. And there's another debate coming up.
But she didn't stumble. She didn't word salad that way.
Right.
But she was massive, classic political
But you think she had the earpiece?
inflection. Yeah. She was just saying, she made a lot of noise, but she didn't say anything. And of course, they didn't fact check her once, and she lied almost every time she opened her mouth. Right?
And then you cannot...
Then they fact checked it. Yeah, it's just not fair.
And then you
it's
can't
not fair.
disregard
No, we're strong.
You
Then
can't-
what?
Because it's denied, of course, with podcasts, a lot of times you hear them a day later or a week later or even a year later.
Oh, I wish we were doing this after the vice presidential.
But we'll talk about it next week. We've got J.D. Vance and Tim Waltz, and I think J.D. Vance is going to clean his clock. He is so unspoken. He's so unspoken.
Well, and somebody's finally going to ask, because I don't know what the rules are, but I think... It scares me every time. Mm-hmm. I think that was the second topic, and we still have not gotten to the first topic. But we're going to do that because people are soft about that.
Yes.
I do think that someone is finally going to ask Tim Waltz, why did you say you carried weapons of war into war? Why did you say that? Why did you back that up? Why did you say, or allow other people to say, which is kind of the sin of omission, right? Why did you allow other people to say you were the coach that brought the team to state and to victory? People say, actually, that there's one friend that we have that was a friend of yours first that has said several times that I won a Grammy. I never won a Grammy. And I've told this person, I said, I didn't win a Grammy, but people read what is in front of them. People say what is in their ear. Okay, I mean, from Biden, I know who it was. It was President Obama said basically, if I could have somebody in the White House that would say what I say into their ear, I'd be happy. Look it up. He said it. He said it, and then in comes Joe Biden. I don't think that Joe Biden is listening to, I don't think Joe Biden is listening to, is down here on the floor. You can't move the table. I don't think Joe Biden was listening to Obama at his ear because nothing Joe Biden ever said made sense. Now, I'm not an Obama fan as a president, but everything he said made sense. He's wonderfully well spoken.
Yeah, he's a great speaker.
Yes, oh my gosh.
I agree with what he says.
Tremendous orator.
Very talented.
So not, but that's definitely not, he's not talking into Kamala's ear either. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Joe.
No.
Would that be something? Oh my God.
No, pretty sure.
Good news and bad news. The good news is, Kamala, that you're going to get, somebody's going to tell you what to say. The bad news is, it's Joe. Yeah. Okay, so the first topic, my goodness. First topic is there's a lot of folks out there who go to my Facebook page and now your Facebook page, and they are being scammed. So I want to alert you, if you see, if I can explain this the proper way. When I post something, hey, we were just at the Angry Rabbit restaurant, or we were just at Midtown Cafe, and they love the soup, or whatever it is. If you see a post, by the way, the Drinks with Dee Dee sign over there, here, it can't move now. That Drinks with Dee Dee sign over there is 2 sheets of plywood big. I just didn't know it was going to go that far away. I know, that's crazy. But if you see a post that says, hey, we're playing golf and we're having a great time here, that's real. That's real. It's the initial post. And then somebody responds to it. It says, oh, I've been to that golf course. That's terrific. That's real too. But if somebody responds to that and asks you to click on some Telegram thing, or they say, I'm John's new publicist, or I'm his manager, and he's so upset with scammers, he wants you to make sure that you go to a place where you don't have to worry about it. That's not real. I've said this so many times, it's the table. I'm never going to ask you now I'm going to try to sell you something, try to sell you music, a hat, a t-shirt, a pencil sharpener, something. I'm going to try to sell you something.
But that's the initial post.
Yes, it'll be on the initial post.
And it's crazy.
So if you get something that says, I just talked to John Schneider, this is great. If you click here, maybe you can do that too. No. They're going to try to sell you something. Or they're going to steal your information.
Oh, it's terrible.
Because I get people, we just had a wonderful woman 2 days ago, and I can tell because they come up, and it's like, hey, it's me.
And we're hanging out. We're a couple. We're friends.
These folks will You had one of them talking on the phone with you.
Mm-hmm.
Or texting. They were texting back and forth. We're in the motorhome, and she wanted to see what these scammers, how far they would go. So what did you tell them? You said, yes, I'll meet you for dinner.
I'll meet you for dinner at Anchorage, Alaska at Applebee's. And I don't think he showed.
He might have. He's still waiting.
But because they're in Bangladesh or Nigeria or whatever, so that's what they do. That's their job every day, is to try to get money from people, scamming John Schneider.
I think it's a program. I don't know if these people are actually doing it. But here, a big tell is if you can't pronounce the name.
For it's broken English? Yeah.
Well, yeah, broken English. But if you can't pronounce the name and it's got, it doesn't look like it came from the U.S. of A., then...
It didn't.
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing about John.
Don't fall for it.
John is a big Facebook guy.
I'm not Facebook.
He doesn't do really much of anything else. So you only have to worry about Facebook. But whenever they say, oh, go to Telegram, forget it. And if they say go somewhere else, because that's what they do. They want to beat you on their turf. And then say, oh, honey, you're so pretty, I love you. I mean, that's what they do. Thinking it's crazy. It's terrible. And then these women come and they're so disappointed because they're like, I just gave you, one woman said they're like $1,000. And I don't know if that seems excessive. But they said I gave so much money because John said, oh, I need this money, honey, and I love you. It's the craziest thing ever. It's terrible. I don't think it's as bad as it was because when you're single, they totally believed it.
Well, and it's not just me. So if you're like Vince Gill, or you're on a Facebook page of any celebrity, if you are a follower of any celebrity on Facebook, or I'm sure it happens on X, I'm sure it happens on Instagram, I'm sure it happens on Telegram, and you get some request, believe me, it's not real.
It's fake. At least for John it is.
It's not real. Even if you are talking, especially if you're talking with them. We
John doesn't do that.
There's no time.
There's no time.
There's just no time. It's not because we're above it. No, there's just no time. We travel around all the time. It's hard that we've dedicated an hour a week to do this podcast because we love it, and you guys and gals are responding to it very, very favorably. But it's hard to make this hour a week.
And thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for your responses. We're having a ball, and we really appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm not sitting on a couch somewhere talking to people on Instagram. And neither is Vince, and neither is. It's just not. It's not going to happen. But the people are very, very good at it. So please beware. Don't give any money. If you want to get something from my store, or Vince Gill's store, or Jamie Johnson's store, or Kid Rock's store, believe me, you can go directly to the store and do that. Kid Rock is not going to call you and ask you for money. It ain't going to happen. I'm not either. So no matter what they say, Dee Dee's not either. No matter what they say, I'm John, new publicist. Please don't respond to them, or just respond. Say, yeah, right. I wouldn't respond at all because, they just made pagers blow up, right?
Right.
Pagers are old. What kind of technology was in a pager from 20 years ago that made it so somebody could come up with an app or a program
and they blew up a bunch of them.
Exploded in your pocket.
They blew up a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's wild. I got to touch my low battery. We're doing this on 2 cell phones and a laptop. How about that? With a flashlight. It's actually a light. So please beware of the scammers. Don't fall for it.
Just assume it's a scam unless John has a post and he might respond to you, but he's never going to ask for money and he's never going to follow on.
No, I'll respond. Somebody will say, I'll say something about the golf course, and they'll say, I played there last week, and I'll respond and say, isn't it great? Hole 16 is a bear, right?
He's not going to say,
but I'm not going to say, hole 16 is a bear. Hey, by the way, join me on Telegram because beware of scammers and give me $1,000. No, it's not going to happen. So almost every morning, I jog. People ask about exercise. Even when we're out there on the road, I will jog. I jogged this morning down. You can't quite see it, but the Ohio River is right there.
Beautiful.
And I jogged by the beautiful Ohio River. I could see Kentucky. and it was wonderful. So that's what I do. I also have this new, I haven't gotten it yet, but I have this new suit that, the things you used to wear that would kind of make you flex your stomach muscles.
I'm scared Dom's going to get electrocuted because it's this crazy suit and it's got electrodes all over it and it's electricity.
And you have to spray it with water.
What the hell? Seriously.
It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be because of time. It's supposed to be.
Scammers. I think it's a total scam. Or you're going to test it, but
I'm not going to test it. I bought the damn thing.
I know. I know. I think it's a total scam.
I know.
You got electrodes, and after exercise, really, come on. I think that's a scam. I think you fell for the scam. I do. We're going to find out.
A buddy of mine has it, and he says it's great. He's a very busy guy, and he works out twice a week for 20 minutes. He says, this thing is great. I can do it for 2 times. Let me ask you about your history with gyms and working out.
None. It's
well then.
It's an Aquaman suit, like a Batman suit, and it's got electrodes all through it. And then he gets in the shower. No, someone told me.
Don't get in the shower.
That's what you said.
No, that's not true. That's not what you do.
All right.
That's a way to let it down quicker.
Whatever.
But not while you're wearing it. Anyway, I jog and I'm
You get electrocuted, and I'm at the hospital. I'm going to do a Facebook post. I'm going to say, see, don't get this suit. It's a scam. I think for you to have a suit on,
you just wait. You look
electricity that goes through it, and then you get in the shower wearing it. That's a problem.
You don't get in the shower wearing it.
But you wet it down. Why do you wet it down with electricity going through it? See, that does not mix well. I'm telling you. It does not sound right. I guarantee you, everybody out there is saying, yeah,
So I jog for exercise, and I'm going to do my electrocution suit. What do you do?
Not that.
What do you do? Oh, you do like arm curls? Left arm curls?
No, I like games. I like to go bowling or kayak or golf. I like to do fun stuff. I don't like running. I mean, walking's okay.
Lawn sled, no, toboggan. What did you say? What was the hat?
Toboggan.
It's toboggan, actually. I said, okay.
Don't you want? No, it's a toboggan.
Oh, we're so done with that. So,
well, you brought it up.
Why just like you said you like the kayak?
You're the one who brought it.
I've not seen a kayak
toboggan
in her world.
I've
not seen a kayak.
I can do a kayak, a canoe, bowling, with badminton, pool. I'm like all of that. I like games. I think it's fun. Something like that. But I want to do
cardio.
I'm going to do kung fu.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
I'm going to do that. I want to do martial arts. I want to get all in your opinion about what's the best martial art. I mean, because Krav Maga is kind of what I want to do. But here in the Madison area, I think it might be Taekwondo. I think that might be the studio. But I want to go martial arts so I can have a kung fu grip if someone it's not.
Oh, like G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
kung fu grip.
So in Madison, I'm not going to have a problem because everybody's nice here. But I mean, maybe if I'm walking through the street somewhere and Johnny has a concert, and someone tries to attack me, if I know how to do the kung fu grip,
because that happens all the time.
Well, it could. I mean, either that or do it for exercise. But I think
deflect a meteor too.
But I think martial arts is good. So I'm going to ask all of you, what do you think is the best martial arts? So you've got exercise. You have when you want to fend off the bad guys. So those are two.
What do you think exercise wise? What do you like exercise wise?
Right, but I think martial arts is good. Right?
Oh, I think it's great. I think yoga is great.
Isn't that where you can just breathe and stretch?
Oh,
it looks very painful to me.
It is very painful.
Well, then why do you do it?
Because that's how no pain, no gain. That's how you get in better shape. That's how you get somehow. I don't know how. Shaking it.
Well, I'm going to
somehow. I don't know how, but
yoga. I'm going to test sock. I don't want because I want it to be fun. I don't.
Yoga is fun. It's a tremendous challenge. Oh my God, it's fantastic. Yoga's
There is a yoga place down the street. We could try a few times.
okay. All right. I'll do
I'm
it.
game because I like to do the fun stuff.
I'll do yoga.
It's fun. But
I mean, it's fun. It's hard. It's one of those. I stayed away from yoga forever because I thought, oh, yoga, schmoga. How hard can that be? Well, my God. First time I did yoga, it was. Well, the reason I can still touch the floor with the palms of my hands is because.
she said that the other night. We're
Yeah.
free, and you're like, shh.
Yeah, I touch the floor with the palms of my hands.
Oh my God.
Like at Eddie Megan's run, where I did that tonight. I did the stretch before I started that nightly run. I can still do that, man. I'd have to work back into that because then I put my head on my shins, basically. You know, and straight over. Yeah, I could do that while I was. I could do that while I was doing P90X yoga.
When John,
But I highly recommend doing an exercise regime of some sort.
when we were in Nashville and we were golfing pretty much every day, and then we do weights in the morning, we're doing pretty well. But it's hard when you travel. But then if you have
If you have an electric suit.
look, if I'm in a hospital room and he is there, you're going to know, right? Electricity going through the suit, make you jump in the shower.
It's the horse from the Don car. Horse is dead. Stop beating it.
Well, you brought it up. I didn't bring it up. I did not bring. You brought it up again. The electrocution suit. You brought it up.
Electrocution.
So it looks like Aquaman suit, and it's got electricity goes all through it, and then he jumps in the shower. I'm sorry, that does not sound right to me. I think it sounds very children's. And then you paid a lot of money for it, which is nuts. Why would you do that? We could, we could like.
Because when a friend of mine who is in, by the way, fantastic shape, and this whole conversation started while I said,
It's the
"Do you
electrocution
hear
suit.
me?" I said to him, "My God, you look fantastic. What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I didn't tell you about the suit." No, he just did that. He did that. It was fun. I'm sorry if he didn't actually.
I wish he did it. Tell you about the suit.
Yeah, when the suit actually comes in, I'm just going to go in a different room somewhere.
No, you're going to work on the show. And I'll swear you down, and I'll probably have to take you to the hospital. Or else going to have it. Okay, now tell me if I...
See what happens when you lie, you burp.
I didn't lie. But I did burp. Everybody's doing it. Okay, but tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
There's electricity in the suit.
It's time.
There's electricity in the suit. Right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
And then you get water on you put water on it, right?
Yes.
What am I saying that's wrong? See, I have concerns.
I don't get into the shop.
I don't want to lose a husband. I got. So be careful of that electrocution.
No, I'm not going to be careful. I'm just going to do it.
Well,
I'm going to be careful.
you're going to put it on.
Nobody's more worried about my health than me.
Probably, I am more.
No.
I would never put you in the electrocution suit. You're probably going to jump on a freaking river. Put it on, jump in the river like Aquaman. What are we going to do? Water ski. It's coming. And then we're going to go with the King's daughter. Oh, it's not King's daughters anymore. It's Norton. At the hospital, and they're going to have to peel up the suit. And then you're going to have electronic burns.
How would you like to spend just 5 minutes in her brain? I would electrocute myself.
My friends, my girlfriends out there would not want their husbands to be wearing electrocution suits or electricity goes.
So we're here in a small town. I really like small towns. Don't you like a small town?
I do.
Small towns are great.
For now. And
I don't believe it. I don't
I
believe it.
am. I'm done for this episode.
This next episode, I'm going to be... So, stop it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Hey, you guys, don't you like those snap shirts and them comes off real fast? Those are great. Anyway, go ahead. I love these snap.
I can't remember.
Bill is going to a small town.
Don't give him
On the
any names.
I know, but he's right up the road. Seymour is a good place. It's right up the road. It's a close to the road. Don't be hating on Seymour.
I'm not hating on Seymour.
I was born in a small town, but you know the song I like it is better. Rockin' in the USA. R-O-C-K-U-USA. That's a good song. But go ahead.
So I grew up in a small town. I did. Mount Kisco, New York, is a very small town. It's actually called a village. It's the village of Mount Kisco. So what's funny is that people here say, "Oh, how do you like our small little town. I said, well, you know, it's a whole lot bigger than the town I grew up in, because Mount Kisco is maybe two streets, maybe three, of contiguous. Contiguous. Sorry, I've been saying that wrong. Contiguous. What is contiguous? It's just the wrong word.
It means it, yeah. Well,
contiguous.
So maybe that works. It would be okay. I'm not
contiguous. Clustered. I mean, it's one out. Anyway,
yes.
There's no. You go to a lot of places, and there's some beautiful old buildings, like what's happening on Music Row. Music Row has these beautiful old structures, and then there's a brand new building.
But they're flattening all the old ones.
Yeah, and it's another building crane and I'm not against progress, but I do believe that if we forget our history, if we negate our history, then we're in big trouble. We're gonna repeat a lot of the same mistakes. And I do believe that one of the first steps in negating our history is by getting rid of that which we see that reminds us of our history. Deliverance happened.
Dixie.
That was not Dixie. That was Deliverance. That was doing banjos.
But I think of the South when I think of banjos. I like doing banjos.
Great.
Why do you?
At least I'd have to do it what I was talking
You would
about.
have to go right to Deliverance if it's doing banjos.
Yes, you did. It was a song from Deliverance.
I know, but it's a song on its own. It's Southern.
That's no more a song on its own than...
I thought you were going for taking down the Confederate soldier monuments. I thought that's where you were going.
No, I was just talking about tearing down the old buildings.
Oh, so you were...
Or does the whole Confederate again? We'll do another time. Yeah, we'll talk about the...
Stars and Mars.
Stars and Bars, and no, that's supposed to be a secret.
What? Your band says Stars and Mars.
I know, but it's like stars in bars, like stars in bars.
What secret? What are you talking about? You never said that before.
Oh, God. Anyway, no, I'm talking about if you look out and you see a bunch of beautiful old structures, great old architecture, and you can remember that, oh, I got my baseball. Please just hold that and stop moving the camera.
You did not me.
I did that on purpose. I had to show you to make a point. Make a point.
Make a point. I love you, Boot. You want to know what, Willie?
No. That if you remove all evidence of the past, all evidence of your local history, then there's a tendency for people to add far too much import to the new buildings and the new thoughts and the new. I prefer, I don't say that we got it all right in the past. Certainly not. We didn't get it all right in the past. But I do think it's important, if you want to honor country music, listen to Johnny Cash. Listen to Irishman.
The train to coming.
I know that was
Around the bend.
who talks like that? That's
Jimmy Stewart.
No, Jimmy Stewart.
James Bond. Doesn't talk like that. It's Jimmy Stewart.
Okay. He didn't. Anyway, so I prefer that you go back to not just the classics, like the founders of it. Same thing architecturally. Great thing about Madison is you can go around here and you'll find buildings from 1890 and 1840. But you won't find a building, not on Main Street, you won't find a building around here from 1970, because they didn't tear them down. They didn't tear down the old structures and put up the new structures for some reason. And I don't know why. I'd love to find out. Maybe we'll interview Mayor Bob and find out why.
It's a historic landmark. You can't do it.
No, but why? Well, then... So a lot of buildings are protected, but not a lot of areas are protected. Here, it seems like the whole area was protected. So it's wonderful.
Well, it's stripped on Main Street, but the other places, I mean, people here, you just have to visit.
Block after block after block.
You just have to come visit because one house is prettier than the next. and everybody takes care of their yard, and you don't see any trash around. Everybody has pride in the community,
Yeah.
and everybody's very sweet. I mentioned this at the last show that whenever Paul died, I was so sad and I was so alone. So I came to Madison because we're in LA and New York, and then we were in Florida for a year because Paul died there. So anyway, but I came back here, and I was always alone, but I never was because everybody lifted me up. It's that type of place, and you've experienced that too.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Sweet to you.
Absolutely.
Madison's great.
Well, I lost my toboggan hat.
The mayor himself found it.
What'd you call it?
Toboggan.
A toboggan hat.
But I think Tammy found it. I think that the mayor gave Tammy the credit. Oh, that was that was that hat that John had on. He took off and put it in his pocket. But clearly, you don't put it in her pocket very well.
Oh, I did. We walked to a restaurant that was closed.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Because it's a direct.
Oak.
Well, no, arguably it's sitting on the website.
I know, she can't believe anything on the internet.
So, folks, we're almost done here. I want you to remember to vote. I want you to do your research. Don't just vote for who I tell you to vote for. Do your research and figure it out. Find out who's best for your community, for your kids, right? For the way you think, for the way you would like to live for the rest of your life. Do that. Do your research and then vote. Vote with your heart. Okay? But don't be one of those folks that don't vote because you think your vote doesn't count.
It really
That's
does.
exactly what they want you to think. That's what I said in To Die For. If you haven't seen To Die For, go to todieformovie.com. You can stream it. You can buy a DVD and buy a Blu-ray DVD if you still have one of those. But one of the notions in there is that the undecided voter who decides just not to vote because they don't think their vote matters is actually the most important vote of all. Those are the ones who will determine the election. So that's an odd thing to say, but I think it's true. The people who don't vote, their non-vote almost has more to do with the election than the people who do. Okay, and that's in anything. That's in local government. That's in student council. If you
Apathy is bad.
What's that?
Apathy is bad.
Absolutely. Apathy is bad. That's T-shirt. Apathy is bad, and I don't care. That's pretty funny.
But honey, I think we should go out with Donald Trump. Can you tell us a tad bit about that?
Donald Trump is a brand new song. It came out. Peter Wolf and his beautiful wife Leah. They put this song together, and I had the great honor of singing it. Just look it up. Don't Donald the Trump. It's fantastic. Here, bring your glass up. Here, we're going to toast to Pete Rose.
I love Pete Rose.
Pete, you got to be in the...
We're going to go to the Great American Ballpark. John's going to do the first pitch of the game, or she'll
rolling hearts.
You can do it. You can do it.
To Pete Rose, to you, to a free society, and
USA.
we'll see you next week. Bye.
Soon.
It's bad luck not to drink.
I did drink.
But you hesitated.
So what? I switched my hand to be stylish.
She never stops.
Give me a smooch.